going on, everybody? Sean Pierce Johnson here for this week's edition of Stompbox Saturday, and on the stomping block today is the BD-2w from Boss, part of their new Waza Craft series. And as you heard at the top of the video, this thing definitely gets you into that pushed amp, bluesy kind of sound. It's an awesome low gain overdrive that can be used in a myriad of different situations. So let's check it out. It has the definite core of the BD-2 blues driver that we've known and loved for so many years. It's got controls for level, gain, and tone like any standard overdrive, but as with the Waza Craft series, it implements the standard and custom switch. Now in the standard mode, you are going to hear that classic blues driver sound. But when you flick it over to the custom mode, you get a little bit more compression in the sound, as well as just a little bit more body, and you know, that could be considered bottom end. So there's a slight bass boost, but you definitely feel like the sound gets girthier. So let's check it out. Now before we get into any of the tones, I want to show you guys just how much gain this pedal actually has. Now with a name like Blues Driver, you're not really going to think that there's going to be that much gain to this pedal, but it's got quite a lot on tap. We're going to keep it in the standard mode. I'm going to put all the knobs at 12, and let's check out how much this has. This is the dry amp sound. Now kicking on the BD-2. Now let's just go ahead and goose the gain. I'm gonna back off the level just a bit so my mic pre's don't clip. That's just on the standard mode, so let's flick it over to the custom mode. Putting all knobs back at 12 o'clock, and let's hear the sound. You can definitely start to hear that compression. There's a little bit more clarity in the sound, and things just feel a little bit more fleshed out. So goosing the gain, back off the level just a bit, and this is what we have. I'd say in the custom mode it almost gets to kind of a fuzzy territory, so there's a lot more gain in this pedal than you think there is, to the point where you could even use it to do a little riffing. Now with a name like Blues Driver, this thing better be able to deliver on the blues front, and it delivers in spades. Right now I've got the level at 12 o'clock, I've got the tone knob at 3 o'clock to get a little bit of a bright tone, and I've got the gain just under 12 o'clock. I really like this pedal in front of an amp that just isn't quite doing it in the blues context, or maybe you don't really want a whole gob of gain to make the lead sing out. And maybe just a little bit of grit will add a nice little dimension to whatever it is you're playing. Dynamically, it responds so well to the guitar's volume knob, and even just loosening up your touch, lightening it up, you know, it's an incredibly responsive pedal, and that's just in the standard mode. So let's flick it over to the custom and check out that same exact setting and what the custom mode with its little bit of added compression and body will do for that kind of playing. As you guys can see, I've switched to my trusty Les Paul for this one because I want to show you just how well it works with humbuckers. Now, I've got my dirty channel running on the rock reverb right now, and I've got it for kind of a crunchy sound. Which is great for the rhythm sound, but when I take a solo over that, I want something that's really going to sing and really sustain out. Well, the custom mode on this BD-2 works incredibly well. Add on that little bit of compression, it's going to give a little bit more sustain out of it. I've got the gain and the level just at 1 o'clock, and I've got the tone knob backed off to about 10 o'clock. So it's not going to be too bright, and it's going to give it almost kind of a fuzzy quality to it. That takes the blues driver and takes it into a whole new dimension. It clearly is not just a blues pedal. You can use this in any genre that you want. And if you thought it sounded good boosting a lead tone, let's check out what it does for a crunchy rhythm tone to take it into some high gain territory. Again, this is what the rock reverb starts out as. Keeping the level where we had it, turning the tone knob up to about 1 o'clock and backing off the gain to 12 o'clock, this is what we get. Well guys, there you have it. There's your look at the new BD-2w blues driver from Boss's Waza Craft series. You know, I think if this has taught us anything, it's that we should never judge a pedal on its name alone. Plug your guitar into it. Plug it into your amp. Put it through its paces. Really try it out. Turn the knobs, turn the switches, do everything you can to try to get as many tones out of it as possible. Because only then can we really give the best judgment of what a pedal can do. And then you'll feel a lot better if you end up spending the money on the pedal. This has definitely been a surprise for me. I really have fallen in love with this, and it'll definitely find a place in my rig very soon. So, until next time everybody, Sean Pierce Johnson. Happy stomping everybody. Cheers.